There's a video going around that shows me apparently getting pressed outside the courthouse for the Lil Durk trial. Now, I wanted to address it and a couple other very weird things that have been going on and just let everybody know the truth behind these things that are going around. So yes, some weird dude did approach me outside the courthouse. If you saw the clip, you'll see that I'm smiling because I did actually find the whole interaction funny. The guy came up to me and was like, "Why are you doing police stuff? Why won't you say free Lil Durk?" Now, the reason I found this interaction pretty hilarious, and as I said, I'm like, bro, the feds, you say I'm the feds, the feds are inside, right? I see, like, when you go in the courtroom, we see the feds, like the actual feds. They're in the courtroom prosecuting Durk. They got a whole bunch of evidence that I had never seen before, no one's ever seen before. They're going deeper than any video, any research that I've ever done, anything that academics has ever done. It's just hilarious to me that people are like, "Yo, you the feds." And for you to ask such a dumb question outside of the courthouse where the feds are inside, like, bro, we all just seen the feds. The feds was there. But I do want to say something a little bit more serious, because that was actually the third time that somebody has kind of tried to interfere with my reporting outside of the courthouse. There was a really weird interaction. You might have seen in one of my videos where a very weird guy is kind of in the background. He keeps getting in the video. I'm trying to block him out. I sort of ask him what he's doing. He says, "Oh, what video?" Now, I actually approached this person afterwards. I said, "Who are you? Like, what are you doing?" I was polite, but also I was like, "What are you doing?" They wouldn't tell me their name. They wouldn't give me any info. Now, they didn't look like a complete crackhead. They weren't well dressed, but they weren't dressed in like tattered rags like a homeless guy in downtown LA might usually be. And that made me very suspicious, because it made me think, okay, this seems like a proper person. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit paranoid. I started to think like, oh man, I hope someone hasn't been sent down here to mess with my reporting and to interfere with, my transparent reporting on the justice process. Now, unfortunately, the following day, that guy approached me, and, I didn't really take it to heart. I laughed it off at the time, but at the end of the day, he was trying to intimidate me. He was kind of making threats to my security, my friends that I've made at the courthouse, acting like he was going to do something to them, which I really don't respect. I think it's wrong to kind of try and act tough and try and press me. And look, I don't claim to be a tough guy. I'm not here to fight. And if you think you're going to have a fight in front of a federal court building, that's cool. And you're probably going to end up being in there with Durk. But there was also another person that tried to interfere with my reporting. They pulled up with a mask on, which I thought was quite intimidating, and a speaker to try and ruin my video. Now, I trimmed that out of the video, but at this point, I do think it's really unfortunate, because all of these people that are trying to meddle in what I'm doing, you're making things worse for Lil Durk. The judge already admonished people for handing out leaflets saying free Durk in the courtroom. I wouldn't be surprised if the judge found out that people were outside trying to intimidate people into saying free Durk, that he would be really upset. And this really isn't a good look for Durk. I don't think Durk's team are happy about the stuff that's going on. I know that for a fact. And I just want to let everybody know, anybody that's doing that stuff, you're making it worse for Durk.